Some teenagers just don't fit in at a mainstream high school. Many end up getting kicked out or leaving school, placing their future at risk. Across the country, alternative schools are ready to step in. They try to win over these marginalised students by addressing their problems and changing how they're taught. A new university study has found many of the techniques are effective and should be more widely adopted. Michael Atkin reports.
All right. Welcome to mountain biking 101.
At this school in Noosa, today's class doesn't involve textbooks or whiteboards. Instead, students are about to explore Queensland's Sunshine Coast.
Rear brake is on what side?
Right. No, left.
Very good.
If we go higher, trying to tame the clouds.
This school is way more better than any other school. They all treat everyone equal.
Many of the 85 teenagers came here after leaving or being rejected by mainstream schools.
I was always pushed to the back of the classroom and no one really paid attention to me, and I used to always be bullied.
We have no rules. We have principles that we operate on, and those principles are key to all our practice. So we have no fees, we don't charge fees, so it's completely inclusive. We have no religious qualifications, we have no uniforms.
The Noosa campus is one of 19 flexible schools run by Edmund Rice Education, and the staff take a different approach to discipline.
We don't suspend, we don't exclude, so we would ask that young person at some time that was appropriate, when it's okay to talk to them, why are they so angry? Because it would be unreasonable to think that they were angry with us because we were trying to help them. So there must be some other underlying factor.
Our principal focus for today.
Each morning, instead of school assembly, there's a student-led meeting.
This school, I find it very welcoming, and you know, it's a lot better than mainstream schools because of the community.
Lotus actually spoke about she's finally found a place where she belongs. There's always somebody that you can talk to. So thank you for sharing that this morning.
I feel really comfortable on where I am.
13-year-old Talia Breed is a new student who's flourishing. Her family lives at a campground, something she was constantly taunted about at her old state school.
I got into a fight recently at my old school, and they won't allow me back into the school. Mainstream schools, they try to push away the people that aren't good and try and focus on the kids that are good.
These are kids who didn't go to school, were constantly in trouble for low attendance, now being there every day, turning up for class. So there is something happening in these schools that I think we really need to concentrate on and look at.
Martin Mills is the co-author of a new study which examined 8 flexible schools across Queensland. He found students with high needs are more engaged in small classes run by specialist staff.
There's a significant number of youth workers within those schools and working alongside the teachers in the schools. So they ensure that the school also can become like a one-stop shop for things like Centrelink or homelessness or creches or support for those issues which often prevent young people coming to school.
Teen mum Ariana Roberts studies at Carinity's Southside in Brisbane while looking after her son Levi. Each day before class, she drops him off at the creche.
He can get very upset and it's not easy to leave him after that.
Do you feel the same way sometimes?
Yes, I do. I'd love to bring him to class, but it's best to drop him here and go and do my schoolwork.
Ariana wasn't able to re-enrol at her old school after she gave birth, so she's come here to finish Year 12.
Because I signed exit forms, they said I wasn't able to go back, and at the time I thought I would be able to because I thought it was for the rest of the year, but then when I tried to go back they said I wasn't able to.
I've regularly heard of young women who are told they can't re-enrol, or young women who, when they're pregnant, are told that they can't come to school because you can see that they're pregnant. Certainly, I've never heard a young man say that he's not allowed to go to school because he's going to be a father.
Just a few hours into Ariana's school day, Levi falls sick. She needs to leave and take him to a doctor.
Your little one and the little one's health, that definitely has to be the mum's priority.
Buy a car for that much money. Therefore, I have to set goals now and be saving up, and how much am I saving every week or every fortnight to try to get to that point?
I'm saving $20 every fortnight.
$20 a fortnight.
$520 in my savings so far.
Before coming to Corinity Southside, Brittany Harden dreaded maths. Today she's calculating how to save for a new car.
When we do stuff like this, it's not that bad because it's skills that we'll need to learn for later on.
In your previous school, did you have this kind of one-on-one support when you were struggling?
No.
Tell me about that.
Well, basically, if I needed help, I just had to do it myself anyway.
At her old school, she struggled to fit in, making her anxious.
I didn't really want to go to school, and because of that I developed social anxiety and a bit of depression too.
When Brittany first came to school, she would not talk to anybody. She was very aloof from people. I think with time, she's become a bit more a part of the family.
Christine Hill says the flexible approach doesn't mean dropping educational standards. Her students are achieving real-world qualifications.
I think schools shouldn't be sausage factories, but there's nothing that says that year 11 and 12 have to be completed in 2 years. And so we try to provide the students with the opportunity to develop the skills and have the learning and have real, genuine achievements.
The support staff here at this school helped me find my own accommodation.
That intensive support has made all the difference for Brittany, who has big plans for life after school.
I was looking at maybe a Cert 3 in visual arts or IT, because my long-term goal is I'd like to maybe one day work at Google.
That's a big goal. Is it good to dream like that?
Yeah, because it gives me something to work for.